The Auckland Council's got details of an extra 1,000 menacing dogs a year on, a year on from launching a major drive to register dangerous breeds. Over 1,200 previously unknown dogs were registered during a 10-week amnesty last year. And the council promised to get tough on owners who didn't take up the offer. In the months following, 80 dogs were seized, and the council says they haven't taken their foot off the pedal since. Now, our reporter Tom Furley went on patrol with animal control.
Hello, Lily speaking.
Hi Lily, my name's Phil from Auckland Council Animal Management. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Not bad, not bad. So I'm out looking for these dogs. So you last saw them at number 35, is that right?
I don't know if they came from there, but I saw them going on the property.
Yep. Yep, cool. So the dogs were out on the main road, yeah?
Yeah, they were. So they were just roaming
With
around.
6 kennels in his van, Phil Greaves arrives at the property in Manurewa on one of the day's many call-outs.
They have full ability to leave the property. Sorry, I'm going back. I'll be getting out. You'll be staying in the vehicle because there's one of them's really anti.
The 2 dogs' registration expired earlier this year, and with one a pit bull classified as a menacing breed, the owners will be fined for having their dogs on the loose, as well as no registration. After paying for registration on the spot, the owners will keep their dogs today.
People that register the dogs and keep them under control, we don't have any, rarely have any issues with. It might be the odd barking, or the dog may have got out, but we can find it pretty much straight away because it's got its collar on, it's got its tag on, and we can scan for microchip. But there are those that, they're not interested in registering the dogs. The dogs never have a collar, they don't care if the dogs run free. They're the problem dog owners, which create problem dogs.
Pressure to control dogs and raise registrations, particularly menacing breeds, reached a head last year after a number of dog attacks, including one on a 7-year-old boy. In response, the council waived registration costs and offered cheap desexing and microchipping for 10 weeks. Back at base, team leader Alex Rodwell says it's made some areas quieter.
Certainly not the same number of roaming dogs that we used to have, and I think that's because we've desexed these dogs, so it's reduced roaming. I don't know count how many unwanted litters it's stopped, so I mean that's a good thing.
After the amnesty ended in June last year, the council cracked down on owners who didn't take advantage of the offer and seized 80 dogs in the first month. The head of animal management, Nikki Marchant-Ludlow, says that pressure hasn't eased more than a year on.
We are proactively going out and following up on our dogs that are classified as menacing, and I think that you'll probably see that there will be a reported figure in excess of 1,000 dogs that have been increased in menacing since the amnesty.
She says the number of dogs being impounded are lower and dogs are being returned to owners sooner. The government has given the council almost $300,000 towards desexing menacing dogs, with the council now running a Text to Desex campaign. So far, more than 450 dogs are registered in the program, which Ms Marchant-Ludlow hopes will mean safer streets and fewer attacks.
If they know their responsibilities and are compliant and understand their responsibilities, we will over time see a reduction in those numbers. Like I say, with anything, it does take time, and desexing alone is not an automatic fix, but it certainly goes a long way to just raising the profile, the education and understanding responsibilities in terms of keeping pets and people safe.
The council aims to have more than 1,000 menacing dogs desexed over the next year. In Auckland for Checkpoint, Tom Furley.